Do you want to know how to easily make a cozy and creamy asparagus soup? A healthy soup recipe that is made without any dairy or heavy cream and is secretly vegan and Whole30 friendly. Hey there, I'm London Brazil from evolvingtable.com, where you learn how to make nourishing meals to serve the ones you love. And today I'll be teaching you how to make this cream of asparagus soup. A few years ago, I went to my very first food blogging conference. When I was having lunch at this cute little cafe with a friend, I decided to get their seasonal asparagus soup. It was so good, so creamy, so full of flavor, and also so full of dairy, Parmesan cheese, and heavy cream. When I got home, I wanted to recreate that delicious asparagus soup, but without the dairy and heavy cream. So I set to work and came up with this vegan and Whole30 friendly cream of asparagus soup recipe that you'll see here today. So if you're ready to get to asparagus soup making, then come on in and let's get started. We'll first start off by preparing the vegetables. For this recipe, you'll need 1 large sweet onion and 2 pounds of asparagus spears. Finely dice 1 large sweet onion, or about 2 cups. Remove the woody ends from 2 pounds of asparagus spears. You can also speed this process up a little bit by using a sharp knife and cutting at the junction where the white or brownish parts meet the bright green parts. Once the ends are trimmed, cut the asparagus spears into 2-inch pieces. Now that our vegetables are prepared, let's start cooking up our soup. For this recipe, you'll either want to use a Dutch oven or a large pot. Place the pot over medium heat. Add 2 tablespoons of olive oil, along with 2 cups of diced onion. Sauté for 3 to 5 minutes or until the onion becomes translucent. Add 2 cloves of crushed garlic and sauté for 1 to 2 minutes. Push onion to the side and add remaining 2 tablespoons of olive oil, along with the chopped asparagus spears. Continue cooking over medium heat for 5 minutes. While the asparagus is cooking, let's start preparing our seasoning ingredients. You can either use 1 teaspoon of finely chopped fresh rosemary and thyme, or a little more than 1/4 teaspoon of each if you're using dried herbs. Dried basil, oregano, or sage can also be substituted if that's what you have on hand. Coconut milk is what gives this soup that ultra creamy texture. Both full fat and light milks work great in this recipe. Using the full-fat coconut milk will definitely give your soup a bit more of that creamy texture, while if you choose to use a light coconut milk, your soup will be lower in fat and calories. Add a 15-ounce can of coconut milk, 1/3 teaspoon of dried thyme, 1/3 teaspoon of dried rosemary, 3½ cups of regular sodium vegetable broth, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1½ to 2 teaspoons of salt to taste. Mix ingredients together. Turn heat to high and bring to a slow boil. Reduce heat to low, cover, and simmer for 7 to 10 minutes. Once asparagus is tender, turn off heat and add 1½ tablespoons of lemon juice. And now the fun part. To get that creamy consistency, you can use one of these 3 different methods to puree your soup. A large high-speed blender, such as a Vitamix. You can puree it in batches using a large food processor. Or you can use my personal favorite, an immersion blender. Blend asparagus using an immersion blender until it is completely smooth. Wasn't that so quick and easy to make? And just look at that beautiful green color and super creamy consistency. Now I'm just going to top it off with a few homemade croutons and a sprig of fresh thyme. Oh yeah. Oh, it's so creamy and delicious, bursting with garlic and herb flavor. I promise you are not going to even miss the dairy or heavy cream in this asparagus soup recipe. If you liked what you saw here today, make sure you check out these other healthy soup recipes. Thanks so much for hanging out. I'll see you again soon.